Today I'm going to show you how you can speed read a film script like a film producer so you can read more of them and level up your own screenwriting skills in the process. And we're starting right now. Hollywood producers get sent tons of scripts on a daily basis. But how do they get through all of them without being drowned out by the constant influx of even more film scripts? And more importantly, how can we use their speed reading tricks to boost our own read-through count in order to get better at writing like professional screenwriters? It's actually a very simple trick, and it can help you read an entire feature script in something like 45 minutes instead of 45 days if you're a slow reader like me. Here's how. Screenplays are basically made up of two components. There's the action and there's the dialogue. The action instructs the reader as to what will be happening on the screen. Paul gets slapped. And the dialogue, which tells us what the characters will say. Paul says, ouch. Ow. Yes, so far very much like the first school play you ever appeared in. However, one thing producers moving through a slush pile of scripts will do to speed up the process is this. They will read a script as if they are watching it as a movie. What does that mean? Put simply, they avoid reading the action parts of a script. They simply skip over them and focus entirely on the dialogue bits. But doesn't that mean they miss vital bits of the plot? Yes, it can do, which means whenever they get to a part and they don't understand what's going on anymore, they track back a little bit, read that piece of action, work out what's going on, and move back to the dialogue. Why is he saying ouch? This technique can bring down the average read time of a script dramatically. And if they like the script on this first dialogue read through, then they can go back and read it thoroughly the next time. But exactly how much read through time does this cut down? Well, that sounds like a challenge. I sat down and I read the script for the film 9 Days by Edson Oda twice. Once as a dialogue draft where I only read the dialogue, and once as a full draft that's reading both the action and the dialogue. Now, to make this a fair challenge, I chose the script for 9 Days because this is a movie I haven't actually seen yet, and so I didn't have any idea of what the story was. So if I got lost within the dialogue, I would actually have to track back into the action to get an idea of what was going on. I managed to read all 110 pages of this dialogue draft in just 55 minutes and 55 seconds. I then set my timer for the same amount of time and tried to read as much of a full draft of the script as I could. And the result was just 52 pages. By speed reading a dialogue draft of the script, I managed to reduce my reading time by more than 50%. I would say though that having now read a dialogue draft of the script and half of the full script itself, although I definitely got a sense of some of the characters and the plot within that dialogue draft, there's far more buy-in to the story, the premise and the characters by doing a full read. I know that kind of sounds like an obvious thing, but having said that, like reading the dialogue draft actually made me want to read the script in full. So that in itself is important, because I suppose not all scripts are scripts that you're going to want to read the whole way through before finding out it's not quite the story for you. And this is going to work for the majority of scripts that you read, although fair play, there are some writers out there that are far more talky than they are walky. I'm looking at you, Aaron Sorkin. As you can see, there's a pretty big difference. And not only is this going to help you pick up speed in terms of the screenplays you read, it should also make you think about the kind of dialogue it is that you're putting into your own scripts. Because the more the dialogue can move your story along, the easier it's going to be to understand your story, and the better the chance of your movie being actually got by your audience. And if you are actually ready to start writing your own screenplay, then I suggest you click on this video here, because it's going to tell you all about the very first rule of screenwriting. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, filmmaker. Paul gets slapped in the face. Ah! Okay, got it. Thank you.